Welcome back to my IL2 career. This is mission number 19, and the reason we've skipped mission number 18 is because I did record that mission. I uploaded the video to YouTube, and then someone noticed that the microphone audio was missing. I had already deleted that audio, so I was unable to keep that video online. So mission 18 from the career is missing, and mission 18 was actually a really successful mission for me. I was awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union medal, and I shot down 6 enemy aircraft. So if we look at my stats now, I have 54 victories, and I got a 50 victory special award or something. Anyway, here's my chest and wallet as it stands, all sorts of gear. If we go to the world news, we can see here way ahead on the aces list. So we're going to go ahead and fly mission number 19 today. 18, the mission I was unable to successfully upload, was a bomber intercept. And yeah, it was pretty chaotic actually, but it's just a shame that the audio didn't record properly, and we'll just have to skip and get on with it. So, what have we got for today? Cloudy at 1900. This could be flying weather. Let's have a look. So, we have another escort mission, and it's another long one. We're going up to Anapa today, taking the Yak 1B, and we'll stick with the default settings. No need to change that. Let's jump into the cockpit. Quick check, and yes, there are aircraft in front of me. We're taking off towards the sea for this mission. And there we go. The bombers are popping in one after the other. Now let's just look at this for a second. Here's the map. And I don't know if the bombers are showing. No, unfortunately the bombers aren't showing on the map, but they're about here somewhere, which I think is about 5 kilometers away. And they're just rendering in 5 kilometers away. I really don't like the narrow pop-in that you get in IL2, the very near distance pop-in. I'd love to see that extended out. I know there's a lot of other people who have said the same thing. So we're still waiting for these chaps in front to get themselves off the ground. Looks like the chap in front is now moving. Guy to my left is as well, so we'll punch the throttle here. It's incredibly easy to get airborne in IL2. I just slam the throttle forward and apply about 5% rudder with my leg on my rudder pedals. That's all you need to do. And it just goes in a straight line basically. Very easy. Okay, there they are up ahead. And we've actually got, I think, 6 of us here. Gonna keep the nose down. Try and climb up to these bombers. If you were a German interceptor, you would just sit over our bases at 20,000 feet because there's never any air cover up there. You can just wait for these bombers to fly overhead, smash the living daylights out of them before they link up with their escorts. Trying to get this shopping trolley to climb a bit here. Got to keep an eye on the engine settings a little bit with the low airspeed and the nose up. There's a lagger, a laggard. There's another laggard as well. So the bomber formation is strung out a little bit. Old tail end Charlie over there, he's pretty vulnerable. Okay, we are at bomber altitude. And Napa is way off in that direction. So we're going to set up out to the side a little bit and throttle back so we're not going so fast. It would be nice if the Germans intercepted with more than 4 aircraft as well. Tends to be just 4 interceptors as a kind of rule in this campaign. I'd like to see a full squadron of 10 or more 109s show up. That would be rather pleasant. So we talked about the shadows in the last bomber escort mission, how they were rendered quite nicely, and here's the opposite scenario where we have the sun on the side of those aircraft and they're really nicely visible, reflecting the sunlight. I can see that formation very clearly. There's no need for me to spend a lot of time looking around to try and reacquire them visually. I can just glance over, yes, there they are. Here we go, interception. Got an enemy formation, looks like over here, swinging around behind. And my boys are already breaking into them. I think that's an enemy formation, or is that another escort section? That could be another escort section. Blimey, and there's another 4 up there. Do we seriously have... Yep, those are friendlies. Wow. We've got, I think, somewhere in the region of 12 to 16 fighters covering this bomber formation. Things could get very messy with this many aircraft in the sky. There are the bombers still down there. I have to keep my eyes peeled because there are so many aircraft about. Another 5 up there. There's another 5 back there. There's my formation plus the bombers. So we've got in the region of 20 escorts and 9 bombers here. I'm going to turn the supercharger on. Now it looks like one of those fighter formations may be just doing a fighter sweep back in that direction. It appears to be static, geographically static. Okay, here are the bombers. Wow, that was quite a meeting. It looks like we're settling down now back into a more consistent escort. Yeah, I think those 2 sections of fighters have stayed back in that direction. That's the highest I've seen, certainly, a formation in this campaign so far. They were up at about 4,000 meters, which isn't too bad. It's good to see some aircraft up high. Bombers are down at my too low. We're at nearly 3,000 meters now. Chaps are just under that cloud. And Appa's not terribly far away. This is about the time Jerry likes to show up. Just as we're coming into the target area. Yes, that was just a coincidence, stumbling across that other group of aircraft. I think they were on a fighter sweep or some totally different mission. They are not joining with us, they've not followed. Escort fighters appear to have dropped away a bit there. I don't know if that's... No, they're coming back. Just wondered if that was because they'd seen something. They're definitely lining up on an Appa now. I need to get eyes on the bombers again. There they are, directly underneath me. Radio's alive. I'm not sure if that means they're lining up on the bomb run or if that means they've seen something. Contact. Low. Coming in. From almost a head-on position. Just a single at this stage, but with suspiciously square looking wings and being shot at. Now let's see if he comes up. He's not coming up, he's just rolled inverted, almost inverted. Time to throttle up and close with to kill or capture that German. And now he's coming up here. Oh, losing sight of him in the glare. Just get on his... I have to slow down here. Gave his tail a bit of a touch there. We'll just sit with him for a second. I don't think he's going anywhere. Just trying to slow down here. He's just weaving backwards and forwards in front of me. There we go. Good. That'll take him out of the action. Let's find the bombers quickly. There's a napper off to my left, and there is an aircraft falling out of the sky. I can see the bombers in the distance, so I've got a bit of work to do to catch up to them. That aircraft there looks 1090. Clear behind. He's just in front of my nose now, and it appears to be going in a left-hand level, maybe slightly climbing. I have low airspeed, so I do need to work hard to catch up to this guy. That's the one I just nailed. Just give him another tap on his wing there. Don't know what he thinks he's playing at. I'd be bailing out if I was him. Still got a lot of action behind. Lag this guy for a second and then maybe turn off the supercharger. Probably don't need that down here. I can still see the bombers, so I'm okay. I should be able to catch them up. They've turned. A little bit of speed now. Just get inside this guy's turn. Clear behind. And now we've caught up. Just went inside him on that turn there. Nice roll. Okay, I'm going to go up and over here just to avoid overshooting. Just missed him there. Should get a shot in here. Okay, he's in a left-hand climb. Now he's wiggling around a bit. Yeah, he is wiggling around a lot. It's going to make it hard to get a shot on him. Probably going to roll the other way in a second. Snap. Left in twain. I need to know what that is over there. Holy moly, aeroplanes everywhere. What are these guys? And there's shooting going on here. This guy must be a Dacia. Yes, he is. Well, he came in with a bit of sneak and a bit of smack there and gave one of my wingmen a nobbling. Keep an eye on him. Trying to head him off at the pass here. Up he goes. That was a silly idea. Let's see if he stalls out. No, not stalling. Give him a couple on his tail and then watch his aeroplane snap in half, as they are very prone to doing. They certainly do like to snap in half, these aeroplanes. Right, got to catch up to the bombers. They're under attack. Maybe they're built to snap in half deliberately. It's a design feature. I've got one German aircraft climbing up there well behind the bombers. This aircraft here I think is a friendly, just to the right of my gun sight. This chap behind the bombers, he's now diving in for a 6 o'clock attack. There may in fact be 2 German aircraft above that bomber formation, 2 or 3. We need airspeed. We need to catch up. They're ineffective back here. Yes, I think there are 2 or 3. I'll try and go for some airspeed. Pull all the things that slow me down back. Just go whipping past this guy. Friendly. Nothing behind. I think there are 2 or 3 German fighters up here with the bombers still. That's one down there diving away. I'm going to try and stay with the bomber altitude. German on my left. Okay, he's just rolled underneath me. So he's no longer a threat to the bombers. We'll try and teach him a lesson if we can. It's much too far out to shoot at here. It's doing the thing they do. Just going to wait for him to come back up. And I think this guy's day is done. Put him in the toaster for a little bit. Oopsie. Ah, he's just throttled back. Yep. I think I'm just touching his right wing root there. Missed that one. Gonna waste a lot of ammo on this guy if I'm not careful. Oh, how did that miss? There. A very large piece of his aeroplane came off. I'm assuming it was a control surface of some kind. I need to just clear 6 and then we'll drop in again. I think a canopy came off as well. I'm hoping he's now a little bit less flyable than he would like under normal operating circumstances. He was being a bit of a tricksy hobbit though for a while there. We'll close with again. Way behind him. He's about there. Oh wait, did he just fall in half? Oh, the old snap in half gag. Well, if there's one thing they're good at, it is the snap in half gag. Need to find the bombers again. Clear behind. I don't see the bombers. That's right there. Return waypoint was over in this direction. Over by where that same old waypoint is that we've been using for the entire war. Germans haven't found out about it yet. cruising along quite happily here. I'm flying straight at the sun, which is not the best of ideas. That's a river. And I know the bombers were just below cloud, so I can level off at cloud height, try and catch up to them. There was also one more fighter floating about. I'd love to catch up with him, but I think it's probably been engaged by the other escorts that we're all catching up. Just going to fly with my head turned around backwards for a bit, just in case one of them creeps up behind me. Parachute. So it seems they did come this way, leaving a trail of parts, people behind them. Still no eyes on the bombers though. Flak. Probably firing at me. I say you shouldn't fly level in the combat area for more than about 1/1000th of a second. So I've been breaking that rule many times over on this flyback. Someone could have, if they had a lot of airspeed, snuck up underneath me. More flak bursting over there. Mission critical objective complete. So it sounds like the bombers have made it back to their airfield. A lot of flak off to my left. I still have no eyes on the bombers. But, whoa, ground fire coming up there. That was a little bit hostile. More flak bursting above. It's quite busy here. I must be right on the front line at the minute. Jolly, let's RTB. I don't think we can help anybody just by flying around aimlessly near the front line. Now would be a lovely time to stumble across an unwitting formation of German aircraft. Still got plenty of ammunition and I'm just about home. And I could thunder down onto them. But it looks like that's not happening. We're going to have to take our... I'm claiming 4. We'll see if we actually manage to get 4 once we land. That first one I engaged that then turned around and started heading back, and I made a sort of head-on pass with. He may have actually made it home. He's the one aircraft, I think from memory, that didn't snap into 2 giant pieces. So he may make it home. So in that case 3, but I'm going to claim 4. and we'll see if the relevant government department agrees with me. Turning right for home. Home field is over there. Somehow rain is falling on me here, even though I'm flying through the top of the cloud. Strange. Don't know how the physics works there. Maybe gravity goes the other way. It's a very, very pretty looking landscape. Destroyed only by these very weird clouds. Look at this cloud, what it's doing. Ticky, 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 ticky. Some of the textures are hilarious. That is a very pretty view. Someone pointed out to me where the fuel gauge was in a previous video. Thanks to that beautiful human being. It saves me doing this sort of thing for hours on end trying to find a fuel gauge. You can tell how much time I've spent reading manuals and stuff. 0. Although, to be honest, apart from a few details, you don't really need to read up about these aircraft. Countless videos and web pages of material is produced explaining, but in the end, certainly for a single player, throttle full forward and go is basically all you need to know. And then if an enemy aircraft flies in front of you, shoot it. If he's behind you, try and get rid of him. Those would be my tips. It's a little bit different online because people tend to be pushing their aircraft as hard as they can, trying to eke out every last little kilometre per hour of airspeed. I've got some aircraft over there with their lights on. I think it's my formation. Given that there are 2 left, I wonder if I can assume that 3 of us got shot down. Or were there 5 in total? I believe there were 5 AI plus me. So it's not unlikely that three aircraft were lost, which is quite pathetic given how average those German interceptors were. So we're landing towards the sea again. I'm going to do a quick left hand in a second. I'll throw some external lights on. And then I'm going to go left, bleed off this airspeed. Open up the canopy, open up the canapes. Might as well get the rads open. Okay, time to quickly settle this aeroplane down. We'll put some landing gear down into the wind in some flaps, try and slow us up. Coming in at 200, much too fast, but we'll deal with that with a bit of the old rudder. There we go. That's killed that airspeed. Now we're sinking already. Just gonna fly across the threshold here. 150. Bit of a bounce. Oh, hello. Bit wobbly there. Okay, and just try and keep this airplane stable before we go thudding off sideways and dropping a wing, which we've done a couple of times in recent memory. Okay, flaps can come up. Good. I'll just taxi off to the right here. And you can see there's other chaps still circling around over there, waiting very patiently, much more patiently than I. But that AI, they can wait. I'm the human. I have priority. Crossing the little perimeter track here, so we are clear. Turn in just a fraction to the right. Not sure if those guys are on finals or not. Shut the engine down. Yeah, I think he's on final approach. He does appear to be descending. He's got his little navigation lights that sit proud about 3 meters above the wings. You can see they're actually like candles, the navigation lights, sitting about a meter above the wing. And then as the aircraft gets closer, they start rendering not quite in the perfectly correct location. Still high. Now they're about right. Good landing, old chap. Right, let's see what happened. Did I get my 4 that I'm claiming? And I did. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll check the flight log, which we don't often do here. And you can see my flight plan. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Rat-a-tat-tat. A whole lot of aircraft falling out the sky. And that's where we did that 360 turn to engage that last one. And my heading back to the final RV wasn't too bad. Probably about 5 degrees left of what I should have done, but that's not too bad for just visual reckoning. And then toodly, toodly, toodly back home. So there we go. Delightful. A delightful little flight log there. Thank you. We'll see who survived as well, because I think we lost 3 there. A mix of, oh, hello, prizes, monies, more monies, more monies, and more monies. And there we go. Yes, 1, 2, 3. 3 chaps look to have been, oh, they've gone missing in action. That's a bit of a shame. They may be confirmed as killed at a later date, or they may make it home. Who knows? Thanks for watching. That was mission 19. Sorry I couldn't get mission 18 uploaded in a acceptable condition, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. We'll be moving on to mission 20 soon.